Massdrop is an online group buy site with a large variety of products. Products can reach well below their MSRP, averaging around 50% off. Click the first link in the description to sign up. Hello guys, DarkLord Projects here again, and today we have a $4,000 Haswell E gaming and workstation PC build. So let's get started. So the CPU is the Intel Core i7-5820K, which is $390. It's a new enthusiast platform, Haswell E. It has 6 cores, it's clocked at 3.3 GHz, and it's unlocked. So this is a brand new platform by Intel, also known as Haswell E. It's perfect for enthusiasts, but it also has some potential for gaming. The reason I put both gaming and workstation is because this is between 6 cores, unlike the other two, which are 8 cores, so it's not super expensive like the other two Haswell E processors out, but it's still more than enough cores and speed for heavy-duty applications. So the CPU cooler is the Cooler Master Side-On, which is $50. It's a liquid cooler, it has one fan, and it's very effective for the price. So I'd rather spend some extra money at graphics cards and better parts, so I didn't go too cheap on the CPU cooler, but I could have got 2 fans instead of 1 for the cooler. But for my research, I think it should be fine. You could still overclock your processor, but not as well having it like a double rad, but it's still just as good. I think it's pretty good for the price, only $50. I think you're getting 1 fan, so it doesn't take as much case space like the two R9 250X2s will, but still good enough to keep everything cool. So the board is the Asus X99 Deluxe, which is $370. It's LGA 2011-3 ATX, has a lot of bells and whistles, and it's a very premium board. So this is a great board for the enthusiast platform because all the bells and whistles and all the things it comes with. I think it's more designed for enthusiasts than gaming, this board, but still works perfectly fine. It has everything you pretty much need. I mean, you name it, it's got it. So it makes a perfect board for this build. So the RAM is the G.Skill Ripjaws 4 series, which is $390. It's DDR4 and it's clocked at 3000 MHz. It's 16 GB for 4 GB 6, and it's $24.37 per gigabyte. So this is DDR4, which Haswell E does support now, and it is pretty expensive, but this is pretty fast RAM, and I don't think you'll be able to upgrade it anytime soon because this is pretty much the highest end RAM you'll ever purchase for this build, and it sure will last you a long time. So the storage is the ADATA XPG 900, which is $255. It's a 2.5-inch SSD, it's 500 GB, and it's fast and reliable. So I think this is better than the Samsung 840 EVO. The price obviously does tell, but you're getting a good amount of storage for an SSD. It is 500 GB, which is a pretty good amount, especially for an SSD, and it's really fast. That's what SSDs are designed for. But remember, we also have another hard drive that still will be fast because it's a hybrid hard drive, but this is for your OS and important applications, or possibly games if you decide to use it for gaming too. So the second hard drive is the Seagate Barracuda, which is $78. It's a hybrid drive, HDD and SSD. It's 1 TB, 3.5 inches, and it's 7,200 RPM. So it does have a small SSD in it to improve performance, so 7,200 RPM will be a little bit faster. The rotations are still the same, but the speed, how the hard drive processes every file will be a little bit faster because of the extra SSD inside. It is 1 TB, which is pretty much the standard for most mechanical hard drives, but I think this would be able to hold all of your extra files and still transfer them at a reasonable speed. So the graphics card is the FXX Radeon R9 295X2 Quad Crossfire, which is $2,000. It's 8 GB, overclocked, it's power of 4 cores with 2 GPUs, and it's perfect for gaming and editing. So this is amazing because you're getting 2 GPUs per card, and we're also purchasing 2 cards. So it's pretty much having 4 cards running in Crossfire, but it's only 2 cards. But this obviously is much cheaper because it's only $2,000 instead of buying 4 290Xs. When it comes to workstation or gaming, I think this is the best combination you could possibly have. I mean, 290Xs running in Crossfire is good, but it obviously is not as powerful as having two 295X2s. So the case is the NZXT Phantom 820 Gray, which is $220. It has very nice designs and colors, has a lot of cable management grommets, and is perfect for a big build. So this is a pretty good case because it has amazing features here and there, like the grommets, the front I/O is nice, even the design of the whole case is nice, but it also has a lot of room because we will have a lot of fans, radiators, cards, a lot of stuff in this case. So we need a perfect case that will keep it nice and cool with good ventilation, but also has the size to fit everything in it. So the power supply is the Corsair AX1500i, which is $450. It has 1,500 watts of power. It's 80 plus titanium certified. It's longer than most power supplies, and it's fully modular. So this is a pretty amazing power supply. Obviously the price does tell you that it is going to be really good, but it has more than enough wattage to power all the graphic cards, the CPU, and all the other components. It's 80 plus titanium efficiency, which is the only power supply that has this, and it's going to be super efficient, and it's going to save you some extra money on your power bill. It also is longer than most power supplies. That's why we decided to get the bigger case so we could fit a longer power supply in it. And it's also fully modular, so you could take out specific cables that you do and don't use. And if a cable does break, you could just send that back instead of the whole power supply, so you don't have to rebuild your PC if something breaks. So the overview for this PC build is it's new and fast technology. So you have all the new features and new parts like the 295X2s, Haswell E, DDR4. So that's pretty much it.